Go.
Hey, welcome everybody. My name is Big Country. Welcome to Me and Take a Seat. I am your host. This is one of the lovely admins in the box. It's Brookie, y'all. So I just wanted to make a big announcement. Listen. Last week was an amazing topic, y'all. It was different. It much needed to be talked about. Last week, Ant won the contest last week, y'all. Won the topic last week. This week we have Lovely, and I'm gonna give you guys a rundown what the topic is all about.
Sorry. Keep going.
Mute. God is easy. What's going on? Yeah. So here's the question, y'all. It says, do men feel demasculated with over an independent woman? Okay, that is the topic. I'm gonna let these men in the box here real quick. We got a little boy Jay. Jay, I don't know if you're ready.
And just remember, this is recorded, and it is trying to be featured. Also, it's Country's Live, so every cuss word is a 1K gift. No cussing. It just, what is it? No drinking, no smoking, stuff, no vaping on screen like that. This is recorded, so please go follow the YouTube channel. It is in my bio. It's like in my link, so if you click that, it goes there. Please spotlight it, share it, send out a blast and say, come to TGK's stream or something, because he didn't change his name, but it's fine.
I changed it right now. I got you.
Yeah. But yeah, please feel free to comment, ask questions, because I will be looking for questions to ask them at the end of the stream as well.
In the box, buddy.
All right.
Because this is Austin. This is a guest box. Where's Ken at?
Manston?
Ken, where you at?
You can wear the glasses. It's the hat. Manston?
Manston, you look handsome, man.
He can't hear me.
Thank you.
He can hear you. He can't ignore you.
You look good today too, man.
Hey, you hear Brooks talking to you?
Can you hear me?
No.
All right, jump out and come back in.
Hey, I want to give y'all a heads up. Just be ready to mute. If you don't want to mute me, then I can just exit out the box in case I have.
No. Look. We'll make it work, King. We'll make it work. We'll do, man. Bust up, beautiful people. Yeah. We'll make it work, man. So, how you feel about that question, though, Jay?
I think it's a good question. It's interesting because does an independent woman make a man feel less than? It's a good question.
Yes, very good question.
Is Ken requesting the box or?
I seen him come in.
Yeah,
I see Master come in. Welcome everybody.
Can you hear me, Manston?
Yes, I had to take my hat off. I know.
Oh, yeah. See, he knew. Now you can keep the glasses on.
Thank you, because the sun is in my eyes.
You can keep the glasses on. Country's worn glasses.
Keep them swags on, baby.
Yeah,
keep them swags on.
And I just want to say thank you to Manson as well, because he was a last minute and he always pulls through if we need someone. He hasn't been on the show for a long time, so be cool. Remember, this is getting featured, so we just keep things pretty good, is Ken coming in? Where did Jay go?
Right there. There go Ken. All right, y'all. We here, y'all. We got everything settled and everything, man.
There go my boy.
Yes, sir, Jay.
Do you want me to ask the first question, Country?
Please
I heard the first country. I heard the question.
That wasn't the question. That was the topic.
That's the topic. The first question is, so we'll go, because when I leave, Manson will be at the top. So we'll go Manston, Ken, Jay, I think. What does it mean to feel demasculated? What does it mean to feel demasculated?
Country, are you going, or you want me to take that, or who's taking that first?
No, go ahead. That's for y'all.
Just I think to me, demasculated means not having any kind of say, not having any kind of opinion, feeling like what our opinion is not valid. Our experience as a man is not being held to, not holding any weight. When someone says, "Well, I don't care that you're a man. I don't care what your opinion is as a man," I feel that's demasculating.
All right, what you think about that, Ken?
You know what? I don't think nothing makes me demasculated or anything like that. I think
No,
that's
question, the meaning. What do you think the meaning of this?
the meaning of it. Yeah, kind of not having your own person as a man, not able to display that, whether it's in a family or relationship or friendship. Like, if you're not able to display that, then I feel like that's what it really means, like showing you who you are as a man. And that could look like in many different looks, or how you persuade yourself. So if you're able to display that, or not able to display that, I think that, in my opinion, that's what it really means.
All right, the name change. Cool. Okay, what you think about that, Jay?
I think to demasculate is like, if to debug something means to get rid of the bugs. To dehumidify means to get rid of the humidity. So to demasculate means to take away a man's manlyhood.
Talk your talk.
Yeah, I think that means make him feel less than a man.
Talk your talk, man. So y'all, welcome to Men Take a Seat. This is a little different today. So the questions might be a little shorter, which it is going to be a little shorter because we got 3 men in the box. My name is Big Country. I'm your host. And I got my brother Maston. And we got Ken, which is a friend of my boy Jay. Ken, thank you for coming to the show, man. We greatly appreciate you. Thank you so much. So this is how this works, y'all. Okay. Whoever my #1 gift is of the show will name the next week's topic. Right now we have Amber coming in hot, man. So make sure you guys look at it about 7:50, about 8 o'clock, y'all. In 45 minutes, we is gonna go a little longer with the show, but we're gonna end it off the topic saying it's in because she's gonna stop recording at 8 o'clock, but technically 8:15 is we'll continue the show. Okay, all right, so here we go, y'all. All right, so here's one of the questions. The second question. Now y'all read in the comments. She's gonna put the questions in the comments. Okay, so you guys, and I'm gonna start off with Manston, Ken, and then Jay. If I decided to jump in that question, I will start first, then Manston, Ken, then Jay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, listen, we are at #1 top spot. Go tell a friend of a friend. If you got a friend, go tell another friend. Whatever you guys. But I have a big announcement at the end of the show, so don't leave. Okay, this is a huge announcement. Like, this have to be talked about. Okay, so make sure you guys here at the end of the show to see what I got to say, man. It's very, very important. All right, so here's the question. #2, she put in the comments, says, why might some men feel threatened by independent women? Let me turn the sound on, my bad. Go ahead, Amber, do your thing. But yeah, I did. No, I turned the sound off. It's my fault. So the question says, why might some men feel threatened by independent women? We're gonna go with you with that, Master.
Well, I think if a man's feeling threatened by a woman, that's it. Maybe some insecurities on his own. I don't think her independence is really the problem in that. But if I had to say, I think that him not having any say so, him not feeling like he has any lead because she's so independent, he might feel like he's not following his lead. He might not know how to lead her. So he would, if he tries to control her versus lead her, and I'll speak about this later. If he tries to control her, it's going to backfire in his face, and that will cause him to have insecurities. But if he learns to lead her spiritually and with the spirit, I think that he will be successful.
Okay, good answer though. Ken, question said, what might some men feel threatened by independent women?
Yeah, just to piggyback off what he's saying, you know, a lot of men might have those insecurities about them, you know, and really just, you know, not having that type of confidence in themselves. I think men, and then I also feel sometimes, you know, we get this pressure that we have to provide and do these things, these lot of responsibilities. In today's society, back then I think it was we were capable of doing those things, and today it's more like, you know, we're not too confident in ourselves to provide and take over a family and have a family. So everyone, yeah. So that's what I feel like, you know, insecurities and then having that responsibility on our back and not having the confidence to provide and have those type of things as men or you know, societies tell us to live on, to have that type of responsibilities.
Good answer for both of you guys, man. So I been in the position, man, that I came to a different state and I had to move with a woman. You know what I mean? Like some women, you know, up their upbringing, okay, they talk to you in the kind of way you really can't say too much because you're not in that position to say anything. You get what I mean? Like I've been in that situation, man, that, you know, get out my house, you know what I mean? And that type of stuff. So I want to know if they call that a woman, man, but I have been in that position.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Did you have the conversation, those conversations with your person before moving?
No, yeah. We started talking about moving together. You know what I mean? Like, well, not really moving together, but like we talking about, hey, let's try to figure this out, work it out. And then sometime back in the day, men really try to ease their way in the house. You know what I mean? Some men ease their way in the house, man, slowly but surely, especially when you ain't got nowhere to stay.
Why?
Because that's my answer. You really ain't got no home. Or remind you, some men back in the days, now I'm 46, so you go bounce house to house. If you ain't got your own place and you meet a girl that got her own place, you kind of ease your way in. You know what I mean? And then and it may be talking to the woman for the wrong reasons, like because she got a crib and you ain't got nowhere to stay. And so I've been in that situation. So yeah. I've been in that situation to feel threatened and like you want thin nice because you can't say too much because she might kick you out. So we're gonna go with the third question, y'all. Y'all ready for the third question? Welcome to Men Take a Seat. Myself, Big Country, and I have Manston here and Ken here and my boy Jay. He's taking care of some stuff right now. So feel free. Whoever the number one gift of the show, you guys will be naming next week's topic. All right, third question. Right there, you see the comment? It said, is feeling demasculated a common experience among men?
Well, I'm gonna say this, and it's gonna upset some people, but and I'm not trying to. I say it respectfully. But independent women, I see this is on the climb, and I salute them. But women that want to be independent aren't women that want to be in a relationship. If you keep claiming you're independent, then you're not looking for a relationship. And so women that go in, I feel, this is my opinion, guys, I feel that women that go into the relationship still wanting to be an independent woman is naturally going to take masculinity away from the man, is naturally going to want to rob the man from his role, because you're going into it, not looking into it as the role that you're supposed to play. You're coming in already saying, I'm independent, I don't need a man. And so that's automatically off-putting to a man. Yes, I do think that in that environment, that could take from it because of the growth of this female independence that we're seeing.
Let's go. Ken?
I mean, I don't know if it's a common experience. You know, everyone goes through their own experience, but is feeling demasculated a common experience among men? I think now, so in today's society, I think it's promoted out there more, women and men are talking about it more. So it's more information. And so then now we're questioning ourselves. Am I not? What does it look like? You know? So I really just think it depends on that person. I've never felt that way. Thank you for the gifts. I've never felt that way. I don't think I ever will feel this way. But I think most men will. I also think like, father figures are important. If you're growing up without a father figure, you're picking up other things around you, you're letting society raise you.
Okay, so I wanna add to that question to go against it. So what Brookie said, everybody make sure y'all fave each other, but it says is a feeling demasculated more common experience. So here's the thing. Some women have to be independent, right? Not necessarily they don't want to, but goes back what Master said, because some women, you got baby dads that lead the mothers. Like they have to, right? They ain't got no choice but to be independent. But do women want, some women, do they want to? I had a talk with a friend of mine today. She said, I'm tired of wearing the pants in the relationship. I want a man that can lead. She's tired. So even though they're independent, women still have those female emotions, and they go through and they just like, I just want to be that woman that call out to be a good woman for a good man for. I just want to be that person, but I can't, because I'm a man. I haven't met a man that put me in that place. Like, no, not controlling, but lead. It's a difference between controlling and lead. And lead is healthy, right?
So can I touch on that? I was just talking about this just today and yesterday, and I agree with you. A difference between controlling is I have a bad day at work, and I come home, and my wife's having a bad day with the kids, and everything's in disarray, and I come in and out of control. I yell at the situation. I get the kids to bed. I get her, hear what she has to say, tell her how bad my day is, calm everything down. That's a man who's controlling. He comes in and he controls the situation. Now, I feel a man who's going to lead the situation is going to come in. He's going to have been praying on his way home from work. He's going to walk in calmly. He's going to have a bad day, right? He had a bad day, but he don't talk about his day. He puts the kids to bed. He disciplines the kids if he needs to, calmly talks to the kids, makes them go apologize to mom, goes in, runs a bath for the wife. Here's why the wife's upset, de-escalates her. And then she says, well, how was your day? And he says, well, my day was horrible, blah, blah, blah. And then she feels, oh my gosh, you came home and you took care of all this. And he led by example by calming the family down. That's the difference between a man leading the family to victory and a man controlling the family to a bad night. You know what I'm saying? And then the man's upset that she ain't giving him no sex because he mad at, oh, I ain't getting nothing from my wife. Well, yeah, you come home yelling and screaming. So how you going to get it from her? But if you lead her and she realizes that you sacrificed your frustration to lead the family into a better spot, you likely going to get some that night. So I really think that there's a difference between men leading and controlling. Definitely.
That's good. What's the fourth question? Welcome to Men Take a Seat, y'all. My name is Big Country. I got Messi here in the box and Kid in the box. Jay will be here pretty soon. So listen, y'all. 30 minutes. Whoever the top gift of the show will name the next week's topic. Make sure you look at the numbers. Listen, we want good topics, y'all. So I greatly appreciate you guys being here. Also, if you guys have any questions that you guys want to ask, put them in the comments. Class or Brookie will take a picture or write it down, and those questions might get picked to be asked towards the end of the show. So make sure you look out right now, y'all, to see what position they in for us gifting goes. I appreciate you for the generosity and everything, y'all. So we're gonna go to the fourth question. All right, y'all see the fourth question? What specific traits of independency in women do you find challenging as a man? That is a good question, Brookie. Good question. Very good question.
What specific independence in women do you find challenging?
I just think, first of all, let me tell y'all something. A woman have to be independent, man, no matter what. If no man involved, you got to, because a woman do more, man. For as like if a man, the father leave no father around, got kids, she had to figure out a way to make it work. Now you need a man, that's for sure, because a woman don't want to do all the manly stuff and have to deal with the manly problems and all that stuff. But the trait wise, some of the traits is different, man. You get on my nerves, man. Like calm your nerves now. You're making me, you know. But when it comes to these traits, man, so here's one thing. It also culture-wise. So I know in the Spanish culture, they love cleaning and cooking. If you get in their kitchen, they get mad. Like they get upset. I mean, Mister know because he got family around him. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, you see? And you get in there, and then you try to do something. You want to do something nice, and they get like, hey, what I tell you? Like, man, this girl was crazy. She like, don't touch that kitchen. You know what I mean? Like, she be already. So some of the traits we gotta live, that is their thing, man. That's what they do. They was brought up that way. They was taught, like Spanish culture, they were brought up to take care of the house. They was brought up to do these things. So, and you get in the way, that is their trait. That's what they do. So I think it's a culture thing, my opinion. Go ahead, man.
I think that's something, I'm laughing at the comments. I think that's something that is challenging for a man is, you know, sometimes ladies, when a man is learning to take initiative and so I'm talking about in a long-term relationship, and he is, you know, you guys have decided that you guys are committed. Sometimes just being able to let him take, you know, sometimes women won't let it go. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it's good to just let it go. Just let, you don't have to win every argument. And I think that sometimes with independent women, they want to be right about everything. And so then it causes the man to build walls, you know? Sometimes just, if the guy says the dog walked a mile, just give him the mile. You know what I mean? You don't have to say, no, it wasn't a mile, it was a mile and a half. Like sometimes women can be a little more precise. And I don't know. I just think sometimes you can let things go. You know, independent women won't let an argument. It's not about always being right. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
What you think, Ken?
You know, I'm okay with independence. Like, I don't have any problems. But I mean, the smallest thing that I can recall is like financial. You know, I know there's a lot of independent women out there that financially they could take care of themselves. But you know, when I've been out or gone on dates or just with my person, you know, they want to always like, I got it. And maybe they just been with some broke men before or not, probably not used to. But, you know, being financially like stable is important, that, you know, let a man take care of some of this stuff, you know, let a man, you know, I got you today. Let me pay for your nails, stuff like that. Probably, so that's for me personally. It's probably be the independence of like they can take care of themselves financially.
Good question. Hey, listen, Brooke.
I wouldn't say that's a negative. I would say that's more of a positive. A woman that can financially support herself is a good thing. That wouldn't be a negative, I don't think.
Go to 7 questions. I like 7 because we're gonna try to get through some of these questions. So can you put up question 7 for me, please? I appreciate you guys, man. I appreciate you guys being here. Welcome to me and take a seat. Myself, because I have a big announcement, y'all. A huge announcement at the end of the show. Like I've been wanting to say this for a long time, so I just think it's time for me to talk about it. So make sure y'all stick around for this announcement, y'all. Right. Number 7, what are your thoughts on gender roles in a modern relationship? That go our last week one. Lovely.
I think gender roles are important. I think gender roles, you know, lay a good foundation. I don't think they have to be on every single relationship. But just because it's the gender role, I don't think like if there's dishes in the sink, and you just gonna have the attitude of that's my wife's job, then you probably ain't getting laid a lot. You know what I'm saying, man? Like if she's at home, or if you're at home and there's dishes in the sink and she's out with the kids or doing something, like surprise your lady and do the dishes. It's okay to pick up a vacuum every now and then. It's all right to sweep and mop. Now, you know, if my wife wants to grab the trash and take it out for me because she's walking out the door and the trash looks full, I ain't gonna complain. But most of the time, is it supposed to be my job to take the trash out? Yeah. I just think that some roles fit better than others, but it doesn't have to be exclusive to that role. You know, just because she picks up the kids every day from daycare, if I get off of work early, instead of me going fishing, go pick up the kids and help her out. You know, give her, say, hey, honey, you don't have to pick the kids up today. I did that for you. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. All right. So, Ken, what you feel about, put that question back up there real quick, Brooke. Or class, which one? I appreciate you guys for being here. Thank you guys so much. Right now we have Lovely with the top spot of the show right now. So he said, what are your thoughts on gender roles in a modern relationship?
Yeah, I think that they're important. I think, you know, I'll piggyback off you again. Like, yeah, I think we all come into our own roles automatically. And I think that communication is huge. Like, but I also don't want to put it like, this is my role, this is your role, stay in your lane. I think we can interchange roles at times if needed. You know, I think it's a team effort. I think it's a team.
Give it to me.
But there's certain roles that you're just gonna do better. Like, she's not gonna be outside changing the tire if you're at home. You know what I'm saying?
Of course not. Or yeah, of course not. Oh, I could take her car and put gas in it. You know, I could do little things like that. I think it's a mature thing to have as men and women. I think it's important. I think they need to be discussed. But I think we'll all hold our own roles, just because men and women do their own thing. You know, I have a role, she has a role. I think they happen naturally. But again, a lot of this stuff is being information. There's more information on it. A lot of this stuff is brought onto experiences, or the stuff that you have around your family and friends that you kind of picked up. This is what my dad did, so I guess I'm doing that. But now there's so many other examples that we lose sight of that too.
All right, appreciate you. What you think, Jay? Welcome back, by the way, Jay. Thank you so much, man.
Man, thank you for your patience, man. I was like, I wanted to get in on these questions so bad. I was trying to rush what I was doing, but I'm here.
But you know what's crazy, Jay? Every time you got something happen, remember, Dad, you was sick. Like, it's always, you know what I mean? Like, they trying to hold my boy back with full potential, baby.
On Friday, something happened. That devil come trying to take me down.
But you still didn't stop you, though.
Not today, Satan, not today.
Hey,
not today.
Stop. You showed up every time, boy. You showed up every time.
Hey, Country, you smart because you know how my life is set up, and you brought an extra person. So thank you so much. Oh, we got to level up.
Level up, 75. Man, Jen, I just remember when you was like 61 the other day.
Let's go, man. Yeah, appreciate you. So how you feel about that question? What are your thoughts on gender roles in a modern day relationship? Thank you guys so much.
So as you know, gender roles is a role for a gender. So it's saying a man should do this and a woman should do this. So yeah, I think that there's certain things that a man should do. Like, for example, if we're walking down the street and there's a threat that comes to us, I think as a gender role, a man should protect his woman. So yeah, I think, and then there's some extreme parts where I think it just depends on the situation, like depends on the dynamics of the family. But yeah, I think it's okay to have, okay, man does this because genetically, scientifically, men are built this way, most men, and then women are built this way. But then it just depends on the personality, honestly. But yeah, for me, I would prefer gender roles. Yeah, I go pay all the bills, and keep them dishes clean. Cause what if I don't feel like paying the Wi-Fi bill? I ain't feel it, so I just didn't pay it. That's how I feel like if the dish is not done.
So let me ask you a question then. So for gender roles, so clean dishes, cooking, women, you know what I'm saying? So this is the problem I have with some men. Okay. And this is a true story. So I called my friend up one day and asked what he was doing. He said, chilling, playing the game. I'm playing Call of Duty, right? So he playing the game and everything. And I said, well, look, let's go bowling, man. I want to go bowling. You know, I love to bowl. People don't know me. I love bowling. So I want to get out to go bowling. He said, well, I can't, man. My girl is, you know, she's on her way home, which I love that. Put his family first. I understand that. But here's the problem. He's at home. Hey, get in there, G.
No. They trolling. They typing it.
Look. Here's the problem.
Trolling.
Here's the problem, though.
How did Jen just hit 76? She leveled up again.
They trolling. No, they trolling.
No. She just
watch this.
Watch this. So let me get back to it, y'all. So this is what I'm saying. The problem I had in that situation where he's at home, she's at work, that she's coming home to cook, and she gonna make dinner. So now he been at home all this time, and you mean to tell me you didn't cook your girl something to eat? You get what I'm saying? Like I don't like when you sit at home while your woman already at work and she come home, got to put the bag down, kiss you, wash her hands, say hi to the baby, and get back in the kitchen, cook. While the man, he should have had a hot meal when she got home. You get what I'm saying?
Well,
so
but that goes back to country to why men complain that they ain't getting enough sex at home. You know, I really feel that a lot of times.
But that ain't what I'm getting at though, man. So I'm asking, is that a gender role? Should a man sit and wait at the house?
No, but that's what I'm saying, because a gender role, let's say at the end of the day, a woman's number one role is to take care of her man, right? And provide and protect the family, right? A man's supposed to protect and provide, and a woman brings pleasure, right? I mean, for the man. So
damn.
If a man ain't taking care of what he's supposed to, you can't complain that you're getting sex once or twice a week. Like if your wife's having to get off of work and come home.
But that's not what I'm saying, though. Let's stick to the topic. That's not what I'm saying. My question to you is that a gender role? Because men feel like, if you know what I'm saying, if you got a woman loves to cook and you at home, he pays the bills though. He like Jay said, he pay all the bills. She's clean the dishes. But would you wait till she get home? You know what I'm saying?
I think that might make that woman feel loved. So he like, hey, bro, I'm gonna wait for her to come home. I'm gonna spend like 10 minutes with her, ask her how her day was, rub her shoulders a little bit, and then I'll be out there because we didn't schedule it. This was kind of like last minute. So I don't think that's a gender role. I think that's more of a need that needs to be met. I think that's more of a love language type of thing. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not talking about him going bowling. I'm talking about she coming home saying, no, I'm home and my girl coming home to cook dinner. I ain't talking about him going out. I'm talking about him. She waited at the house hours and hours, and she's tired from work, and come to the house and she put her bags down, kiss you, baby. How's your day? You good? Let me go in there and fix her something to eat.
Who he's making her food?
She making him food.
What? Hold up.
He should have had Uber.
It was his day off.
No, he was at home chilling, playing. I called him.
Nah, that's not gender role.
But like
that's inconsiderate.
Correct, but a woman loves to, woman house, clean the house, you know what I'm saying, cook for a man and that type. But if you at home before your girl, I seen it happen. You at the house chilling, she come home make a hot meal.
No, that's called lazy. That's not gender role.
Make sure.
Yeah,
I want to make sure.
That's called lazy, inconsiderate.
But like
I don't need roles.
Well, here's the thing. Right. Like, I know that if I cook dinner for her, and she knows that she was supposed to she was planning on coming home and cooking dinner, and she comes in and dinner is cooked, I'm more likely gonna get a back rub. I'm more likely gonna, she gonna let me pick the movie.
Hey, Master, you want something today, man?
That nigga horny. You should do it.
It's common sense.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, you should do it.
Look, I'm trying to
do it. You should do it no matter what. Who cares if she don't give you a back rub? She don't give you no booty. She don't do nothing.
I'm not saying it for that, bro. I'm just saying, but so many men do sit here and get upset that women are not breaking it out, and it's because men ain't. You gotta warm up the oven before you stick the bun in.
If it's like that, then you guys should never be together.
Hey, look, let's go to the next question. Give us the next question. I got you, G. Go to the next question, y'all. Go to the next question. What's it? Welcome to Men Take a Seat. This is a very entertaining show today. We got some very intellectual men in the box. We got Manston, Ken, and my boy Jay. My name is Big Country. I'm your host, man. We give a platform that we talk about topics coming from a man's perspective point of view. And today is very interesting. You know what I mean? It's a very good one. Okay. Okay. Number 8. Do men feel pressured to prove their worth in a relationship with a highly successful woman? That is a very good question.
Okay, so I want to break this down real quick. So a man should feel pressured for in any relationship he's in.
If he's gonna get him some, go ahead.
You should feel like your woman's a high successful woman. If you chasing her, like, what are you chasing if that ain't the case, right? So I think a man should definitely feel pressured to prove his worth to any woman he's trying to impress. I think that's a big reason why men have divorce now, is because we get married and we stop trying to put that pressure on of trying to still date our wife and still court her. I think that that's something that you need to do from day one to the last day that you with her. You know, you need to have that pressure. The day that you feel comfortable about it is the day that she's probably talking to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, just being honest. Like, you should always feel pressure to try to be the best for your woman and keep stepping it up every day. You know
what you think, Ken?
I mean, personally, I've never felt pressured to impress or a successful woman, but more like excited, you know. But do I feel pressure? No, not at all. Because, you know, I'm very confident in myself. And if I'm trusting the woman that I want to be with and so forth, then I'm a win in that. I think I'm a win in that, you know. So I don't feel pressure in that. I'm very confident in myself and how I present myself and how I come. So. And the person that I meet is going to align what I'm looking for, right? So I would only feel pressure if it's someone that, man, like I'm really trying for, and I know like we're not right for each other.
I think that is when it comes to pressure though, man, for as a woman go successful woman, man, like you knew she was successful when you met her. You know what I mean? And it ain't like if she wasn't successful when you met her, she became successful, you should be used to it. I'm trying to pick out something.
Can I say something on that though? Like that just like Ken just said. So when you say pressure, man, like pressure to me is a woman who is highly successful, right? Is somebody who has discipline. They're successful because they're waking up early, they're going to bed early, they're probably not partying, they probably have a routine, they probably have disciplines. And so, you know, to fit in line with that there is, you know, you should have to high step it. I mean, if she's a special one, then you can't treat her like everyone. You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you what they mean by highly successful. I think when he's talking about highly successful, that means she making money. She got her own house, she got her own car. Hair done, you know, like those rap songs. Like she probably, let's say she making 120,000 in her position.
That's success to you. That ain't success to me. Success to me. So she could be as poor. She could be as poor. She could be as poor as a $2. But if she knows the Lord and she has a good sense of who she is as a person, and she's a good person deep down, and she has good values, and that to me is success. Success money wise. That is a dime a dozen, my friend.
What's successful though? What is success?
Hey, country. When we let's ask country. Let's just get straight to the point. All right, country. When you say highly successful or Brookie, country or Brookie, what do you mean by highly successful, and what means are we talking about?
For me, when I hear how she got all her stuff put together, well established financially.
Me too.
Like she got she don't want, and I'm trying to find this thing for y'all real quick, y'all, but that's the first thing hit my mind. When he mean highly successful, that's what she meant in that question, and that was the target of that question. A woman that's highly successful, meaning that she's doing well, making over 6 figures. She got her stuff together, well-rounded, put together, like everything established, own businesses, everything established, not just money-wise, but she got residual. She's well established. She's successful for her goals that she put up, her goal that she was ambitious for. She got those goals. She met those goals. She a business owner. She got a restaurant. Like that's what I mean. Highly successful.
Right. So we're not that then. Then we're downgrading us. Like we're not at her.
Yeah. No,
So
we're not. That's what
we're
it's
not.
saying. It's like as a man who's not there,
I
you
wouldn't be
make
going after a person
60K,
like that. Yeah, I feel
70K,
pressured.
80K, and now this girl makes $150,000, and
Yeah,
she's interested
living by
in
my
you,
level.
and y'all on dates. You see her pulling up in the $100,000 Mercedes Benz. She got her house paid off. You know what I'm saying?
I
Would you
find
be
those typical
pressured
women
talking to
going
that
after
woman?
certain men, though.
But
Too.
she's if okay, I can honestly say I talked to a girl who made $150,000, and she owned her house, she owned her car, and I was in 0% pressure because she was talking to me, she was interested in me, and that's all I needed to know. So I
Perfect.
wasn't pressured.
Can I play this for y'all real quick?
Run it.
All right, for the place for y'all, you got to understand. Listen.
There's a couple in our church in New Orleans that most people would consider the odd couple. This is why. She is a medical doctor. He is a construction worker. She works in the hospital with patients all day. He works in building houses and buildings. And someone asked her, how could she submit to a man who made substantially less money than she did? And like a grown woman, get what she said. She said, I have never judged my husband by the size of his purse or his pocket, but rather by the size of his purpose in my life, by the size of his passion for me. She says, I've never judged him by what he had in his pocket, but rather what he had in his heart. She said, yeah, that's true. I make probably 6 times the money my husband makes. My husband has never been able to match my money, but guess what? He has always been able to match my grind.
Whoa!
She says, I have never found myself trying harder than him. I have never found myself working harder than him. I have never found myself loving harder than him. And that's why I'm able to submit and call this man who works in construction my husband. She said to me, she said, Pastor, my husband is not a man in my house. He is the man of my house because he's earned that position. I want to tell you, a lot of folk are missing great people because you're so busy looking at money, you forget about meaning. You're so busy looking at pocket and purse that you forget about purpose. Listen, you will always be able to find somebody that can afford you. But you know what the hard thing is? Find somebody that has the capacity to value you. Because a person can afford you and still be disrespectful.
Yeah.
A person can afford you and still talk down to you. A person can afford you and still misuse you. But when they value you, you've found the gem.
Talk your talk.
Listen, don't you miss a dollar because you're chasing dimes. Dimes are always shiny. We love to shine. Well, he has this or she has that. Dollars are not as pretty, but guess what? They hold more value. Choose folk that have value, not just folk who have shine.
Fact. And that's why I said, and that is exactly why I said, gentlemen, that success does not just equal her amount of money in her bank account. Is exactly the word that he just dropped right there. It's success is not just financial.
Yeah, that's why I said but she's successful. Like, she is successful though, like a person that's successful, but the value and the purpose behind it makes it whole.
Yeah, thanks.
That was good. That was good. Welcome to Men. Take a seat, y'all. Myself, Big Country. We got Manston Hill, Ken, Lover Boy Jay. I am your host, Big Country. We do this every single Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We come with new topics every year. Every week, y'all. I'm not the one to give the topic. The number one gift of the show give us the following topic for the next week. So I don't know what the topic is this week right now, y'all. Was last week was won by Lovely. Congratulations, Lovely, on that. This is a beautiful topic. Thank you so much. So number 9. In women be seen as a rejection or traditional partnership role by some men.
Can independent women be seen as a rejection of?
I don't know.
So this question is saying this. So
Like,
y'all know, y'all go ahead, country.
no, go ahead. I was gonna explain. Go ahead.
So y'all know the traditional role, which is like man as the head. That's that like the old school role. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Man is the head, woman follows the man.
Right.
But does a independent woman can be seen as somebody who doesn't want to follow? Does it looks like they reject that traditional role?
To yes and no. And let me run on this real quick. So an independent woman that says I'm gonna be independent and I don't need you to like hold my hand when I go to work and I have my own dreams and my own things. I'm gonna I'm gonna pull together, right? So our we meet here and she's pulling and he's pulling and she submits to him at the house, but she's independent at her own job and things like that. I think that yes, it could fall into traditional roles, but if she wants to be totally independent and not let him be a provider, not let him do the things that are in his, then yeah, I mean that stands against the whole traditional values, you
Some
know.
women don't listen to nobody. Facts.
And that's
What
what
you think, Ken?
I mean, I like what like I have a godly background, so like he said, but if he's a godly man and knows how to lead her, she will submit if she is.
Okay. All right. Jay, you got any words for that?
Uh, yeah, it will. It can appear. It can appear as she's rejecting the traditional. The traditional can an independent be seen as? Yeah, it could be seen as.
Probably died or something. So listen, y'all. I I think me honestly though, man, I think men get rejected more than women get rejected. And when it comes to traditional roles, man, independent woman, I just men feel some men they ain't got that's not intellectually ready or their mindset not even ready there yet. You're always gonna feel that way. Like Ken said, that would never happen. His confidence is there. Care who you with. I don't care how much money you got. I don't care who you with. I ain't going. And I'm with him on that. You know what I mean? Because men don't marry a woman because she look good or she's successful. You got women you got men, other women look better than your woman.
Yeah.
Granted, you can say what you want to say, but look wise, but they ain't the woman, they ain't the reason why you marry one, because some women, people get married, they look good, they miserable.
Sheesh.
You know what I'm saying? But you got a man marry a woman because that woman helped that man become a better leader, a better person, push him to do better, tell him about his accountabilities. I ain't no yes mean that's the type of woman you need in your life.
I need that. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it ain't about all that look and all that, because I see people they together and they have more problems than anybody I know. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man, you just that's the type of woman that win to help you become a better person, man. I'm gonna say this: my ex Joe made me a better man. I can admit that. She made me a better person. I learned so much from her, man. You know what I mean? We not together, but I've learned a lot from her. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, man, like the rejection part, my confidence, like I don't care how much money you got, what you got to offer, man. If this ain't bringing me no happiness, it's not gonna work.
Whoever this person is said, Ken, how you feel about a woman that makes the first move? Yeah, I think that's okay. I think that's presentable. Now I would reinforce it. I reinforce it, and then that will help me if I'm interested that she makes the first move. Then I'm gonna show my interest even more so. I gotta appreciate her for making that first move.
Yeah, I think that a woman who makes a first move, I mean, I think that's always healthy to have a little cat and mouse. I don't think it should always be the man being the cat and the woman being the mouse. I think that it needs to be both ways a little bit. That's a healthy relationship. I always tell the woman, women do like to have walls that they want men to climb. If you're gonna have me climb walls, if you're gonna have me climb walls, that's fine. Leave a little step stool out every now and then. Let me let me know, leave a little water bottle out and give me a, you know, let me know that I'm doing it right, you know?
All right, we got time for another question. Give us another question, Brooke. I appreciate you guys. We're here right now, y'all. We got 3 minutes before the snipe. I seen the first snipe ever last time. And
can we read that question? Are we willing to help a woman evolve from being independent and the only one to allow a man to lead? I don't understand the whole question, but are you willing to help a woman evolve from being independent?
No. What? Give us something, Brooke. Give me something here. Give me something here. I don't know. He said I'm not getting comfortable in a relationship. All right. Okay. Let's go with plan B here. Okay. Number 11. Is there a generation better in how men perceive independent women? Or younger men more accepting, more accepting or more threatened than older
Generation.
Generations?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do think that younger men are allowing this like change. I think that a lot of younger men are afraid to stand up to the independent woman. They're afraid to get canceled. They're afraid to go against, I know, you know, just in streaming that if I stand against what some original people think, it becomes a swarm of bees. And I think a lot of younger men are afraid to have that negative energy. You know, I know what I'm looking for, and I think a lot of younger men don't get to see a lot of that traditional relationships work anymore. So I do think the younger we go, the more that's getting erased.
Okay. Welcome to the show, y'all. Welcome to Men Take a Seat. We got 1 minute left. I'm gonna let you guys can finish that.
All right, Jay.
Dang.
I don't even know how to like. Yeah, is there a divide? Of course. There's so much information out there. Like it's brainwashing a lot of these young generation men, and there's not a lot of father figures in these young men, and so they don't know how to be with a woman. They don't know what that looks like. So what is their information today? Social media. Now there's good information and there's bad information. So it's man, pray to God that these men or these young teens can be the man that they are supposed to be or want to be for their person. But man, good luck.
I think, man, it ain't like it used to be, man.
No.
I think I saw this video the other day. This dude put his hands on his baby mama.
Everyone does.
No, he beat her like he was a grown, like on camera, beat her like, you know,
like how Diddy did Cassie.
It was worse than that.
Sheesh.
It was worse than that. Kicked in the stomach, you know what I'm saying? Like, but like these I see a lot of young people doing it. Like, and I don't think they understand the consequences. Like, then I don't think the consequences and repercussions behind doing stuff like that, man. But like, I always say this: at the end of the day, be careful who you pick. You can be independent all you want to. You don't know what you got. Take your time picking a person, man. At the end of the day, take your time. Time is on your side when you're trying to find, you know what I'm saying, the right person for you. Because, look, it's very, very, very important, man. You can't force no one to love you. You can't force no one to like you at all. You know what I mean? So when it comes to de-masculated or whatnot, man, listen, we all go through our trials and tribulations, and we all learn our ways to become a man. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But if you're with the right woman, she's gonna help you become a better man. And I stand on that. You know what I mean? So
facts.
How does, okay, with this generational divide, I got a question for you. How does the older generation view an independent woman? And how do you think the younger generation views an independent woman?
That's a good question. You know, I'm 46 years old. You guys don't know, but I watched my mom and my dad, bro. My mom owned a nightclub. My dad was a hustler. You know what I'm saying? So like when it comes to that, my mom worked, came home, cooked. That's why I threw that question there early. She came home and cooked. My dad was still out in the streets. You know what I'm saying? But like when it come to old school, I can't teach you can't teach how to raise your kids the way you was taught. So things have changed. Old school values, you can't teach these people that, man. These people wasn't born back then.
Yeah. So
you know what I mean?
I agree with you, but I think back then, country independent woman meant that she was trying to take care of her family. I think independent woman now means, you know, independent woman back then meant somebody who was going to work and paying her bills and taking. Independent now, I feel, means that they have this attitude of I can buy myself flowers and I don't need a man, and it's an anti-hate man mentality. I think it's become very toxic with the independent mind today. I think that it's become a different, the word independent woman is not what it used to carry generationally. And I do want to capitalize on this part. It's the attitude I feel that women have been hurt by men so bad that they use this I don't need a man, I'm independent as a shield so that they don't get hurt, so that they tell themselves I don't need a man. And it's a false sense of security. And I think that that's become very toxic in today's generation. Thank you for having me.
I appreciate that. To answer that real quick, y'all, like at the end of the day, man, when it comes to that, I had in my stream, you wouldn't hear Jay, but I said, do women need men? Do you understand how many women said no? Heck no. I don't need a man, but I want one.
Why
right?
is it no?
Yeah, right. So she said, I don't need a man, but I want one. Or now if you ask a man that, yes, I need a woman. Like the way we're wired is totally different. And you understand, he says you can't be dependent on anyone we can't trust.
It don't matter how y'all need us. Period.
Oh, of course, that's it. But that was a question that I asked, and there's more women say I don't need a man. I'm independent. I can do everything on my own. I don't need a man. Versus a man saying yes, I need a woman.
But I mean, I'm reading comments right now. I don't need, depending on what you decide to need. No, you need a man. Because if there was no men out here, there wouldn't be any roads made. There would be no construction done. There would be you couldn't have babies. There'd be no babies.
Someone read it. Let me read what you said. I'm sorry. You said, I need and one. Talk your talk. Talk your talk in no time.
The first time she said it wasn't just regular letters, and then she said it again, like for the people in the back. Hey, Country, you know what's interesting? When you remember when Adam and Eve ate from the tree and God came in to give judgment? Yep. You remember his punishment to the man?
Oh yeah.
What was it?
Work the ground for the rest of the days of his life. He got to start working, baby. You got to put that work.
What he's about to say.
He said
by the sweat of your brow, you got to work hard. And now what's interesting, you fast forward to the day, now women they're taking on Adam's curse because now they want to work hard.
But let's capitalize on that. What's a woman's curse? Her curse is that she's going to try to control the man. And it says that she will try to read it. It says she will try to control the man. That is the curse that's happening today with her trying to be independent and be this woman that I don't need a man. That's rebellion. It's a Jezebel spirit. We could go biblical on it all day. It is very true. You know, it
says, but her desire will still be after, like she would try to be it says something like that, but her desire will still be for her husband. She's gonna be like, I don't want a man. I don't need a man, but I want one. God said it. Hey, Ken said he got a tap.
All right. Appreciate you, Ken.
All right, man. Appreciate it. I hope I can do the next
before
one.
You leave real quick, do you stream often?
Nah, I don't stream. Only with Jay.
Okay. Make sure y'all hit Ken with the fave. I think appreciate you coming through, man. Thank you so much. So
Thank you,
every day.
everyone.
Thank you guys so much. And Master, I'm proud of you, Master, because you streamed for the first time in a long time and had a good time in your stream, though, man. So I appreciate you hitting that live button, bro. It was interesting. It was good. You know what I mean? Thank you. And Jay, you've been MIA. You know what I'm saying? Good to see your face in here, too. Hold on 1 second, Brian. We got a show, man. Let me end the show. I'll let you in the box.
You guys are amazing.
Oh, look at Bricky. Woo!
We're not doing that. That was all about you. Alexa did that. Alexa like hyped you all up, you know. But I wanted to read Rin's question out again because I think it's good because she added a little bit in after to like kind of correct it. It said, "Are you willing to help a woman evolve from being independent and the only one to allowing a man to lead?" But the next part said, hang on, from being independent to not being the only one and allowing a man to lead. What do you mean by that, Rin?
So Rin, come jump in the box, explain, because I saw that, but I was a little confused on that.
So is it like, are you willing to, is the man willing to make that woman not be so independent, not have to be so masculine?
So, okay, so are you willing like to assess, like help a woman evolve from being the only person, the mom, the everybody, the provider, everything, right? To wanting a man to be that leader, but not having that, right? So are you willing to be there while that woman evolves into the person she wants to be to let a man lead?
Absolutely. That shows
right?
progress.
Because
though.
that is going to be a process for sure.
And it's not an overnight thing, it's an overtime.
Yeah,
and it's not really the man that's going to be the one doing it. If he really is seeking to have change, he's going to be praying about it and letting the spirit convict her, because the man ain't the one that's going to change her. It's going to be the spirit. So that's why he would have to be praying and asking God to lead him, to lead her, to show the way, because the man isn't going to show the way. The man's going to make her frustrated and mad. He has to lean on somebody higher than him to get her to see the new path, you know?
Yeah. Amen.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's a good question, though. Yeah, because some women you meet are so independent. You know what I mean? But I talked to a friend of mine, and she told me that I just want I want him to lead. I'm tired of wearing the pants. Like, I really want him to lead. You know what I mean?
But ladies, when you say I do hear a lot of women say, I want a man to lead. Let him make the small decisions. Sometimes leading isn't always just these great decisions. Sometimes when you build your man's confidence and just saying, I'm really glad you picked burgers tonight, it gives him confidence. I do know that sometimes, like, I was telling my son this yesterday. I think that when a woman acknowledges something in a man and gives him credit, it makes that man grow more than if she puts him down. So if a woman talks negative to her man and you're not going to control me, he's going to want to control her again. He's going to show that behavior again. But if he comes home and she says, hey, I appreciate you telling me to go pray about my shirt and not telling me to take it off. I appreciate you telling me, not making me change my clothes. When a woman tells a man she appreciates the way he's behaved, he's going to amplify that behavior more, if that makes sense.
I always say my ex Joe, I go back looking at now I'm so just in tune how the Bible works and the understanding how as a man role in the Bible. So, like, it's a difference between, I say it all the time, it's a difference between a woman telling you that you look good versus making you feel that way.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Absolutely. Like when she make you feel that way, and like Master said, it makes you become a better person to want to do more for your partner, because it just it's like reciprocation type of thing, right? Like, she feed me, and then when you can leave, and I'm like, Jay, bro, man, my girl's such an amazing woman, bro. I'm so grateful. Like, when you can talk about it, like, how often do you actually talk about your girl to your friends? To be honest, you don't sit there alone how amazing we don't. We don't. We have conversations about men talk. Man, I'm going out, man, my girl at the crib. But when I see it, say, bro, I am so grateful, bro. I met this woman. She changed my life. Like, that is a different type of talk about. You know what I mean? Hey, Brian, come in the box, Brian.
Time out. Before we move on, listen, here's the thing, though. A lot of times we get with a man. I said we. A woman will get with a man, or a man will get with a woman and see potential in them, and then have these high hopes expecting this person to change, and this person stays the same exactly how you met them, and then they complain about it. So this girl who's saying, I want him to lead. Well, when you got with him, was he a leader? No. So you have to be okay with that, because you chose to be with that person in that condition.
2 minutes.
People are not projects. Yes, we should want them to change. We should want the best for our people, but then also we got to be careful on pressuring them and trying to push them.
Yeah, it won't work, man. You put yourself right out of it like that. You push your right out of a relationship. Absolutely. You push yourself right on out. Hey, Brian, you still in here?
So that girl who says, I want him to lead, she needs to consider, is him not leading a deal breaker? Either one, she has to stay with him as the maybe potential might be a leader later in life, or he's just not going to lead, or she needs to go leave that relationship and be with somebody that's a leader, if it's that big of a deal.
Wait a minute, Michelle, you wanted to say something? Say something, Michelle.
I think she had a phone call.
Oh,
I heard.
I just want to say, I cannot tell you how many times women say they're independent, but yet how many times they'll be like, oh, can you help me change this tire? Or they'll be like, I'll be not like, let's say actually they're like a little short and they need help reaching for something. I'll go help reach them for something. And they'll be like, no, I can get it myself. But yet 5 minutes later, they'll be like, oh, can you help me?
I've seen that quite a few times.
But yet, if I don't, they'll expect me to hold the door for them. They'll get all pissy, like, what, you're not going to hold the door for me?
You should hold the door. You should hold the door, by the way. But let me close out the show real quick. Give me a second. Let me mute. I can't hear. Let me mute. Don't go no, Michelle. Let me close out the show. Listen, y'all, thank you guys for coming. Manston, welcome. Man, take a seat. We closing the show, y'all. I am going to stick around because I'm going to let everybody out the box after Michelle got to say what you got to say, because I got an announcement I want to make, y'all. So stick around, man. I have a big, huge announcement. And like I said, need to be done, need to be said. So, yeah, so we got something to talk about. So I appreciate you, Manston. Do you plan on going live more, Manston? That's what people want to know.
So yeah, man, God's been just telling me to get on and push the live button and try to pray for people and be with people and spread. He's doing a lot of work in my life. God is just taking a total change. He's ripping a lot of things out of my life and putting a lot of things in my life. And so it's all about him. So I am going to be going more live. I just want to talk about him all the time, man. Just him and growth and what he can do in people's lives and what he's going to do for people. And I just thank you, country. You're a strong man of God. And I value you as a brother. And so thank you for having me on the show. It was a blessing. I learned a lot. And so God is good. I love you guys. And yeah, let's just
give him pulling up, man, the last minute, bro. Thank you.
I got to get back to work, man. I'm actually at work. I stopped at this little church do the show, but I got to go back to some appointments.
Get a sale, Manston.
Hey, listen, y'all, listen. Before you leave, Manston, listen, has like, if you guys have need any security in your house, nothing like being protected, he can cover states to states right now, y'all. So I'll let him, can you give him a quick brief, like some short, what you can do for people in different states?
Yeah, so basically, if you need fire protection or medical attention, people think that security is just cameras. I can get you like 3 cameras, fire and medical protection through your home, all through the United States with ADT. So if you guys want something, I can get all the equipment, lifetime warranty, and all the equipment paid for and get you in a package just on a subscription.
Big shot. So is your Instagram is in your bio?
Yeah, my Instagram's in my bio. Hit me up and I'd love to help you guys out. Get your home secured. A lot of people don't think that fire is a big deal, man. But you know, God forbid there's ever an electrical fire. You want your home protected. So thank you for letting me do
it. Man. Thank you. So real quick, Lover Boy Jay, are you planning, are you back, or you still just cruising and cruising?
He's
you on
muted.
the porch.
Unmute him.
Oh, to be determined.
Oh man, I missed Jay.
Man, life. God is. Y'all remember when God took Moses out the Egypt, and he went to the country, and God taught him some development skills, man. I think that's what God's doing for me right now.
Beat that boy up a little bit.
Yeah, that's what God. He yeah, doing some real life development. But I'll be back though. Y'all know I'm gonna be back.
I appreciate you, King. Appreciate you.
Hey, country, thank you so much for understanding my life and being patient with me. Thank you so much for the show. And thank you for these thought-provoking questions, man, and being consistent. Thank you so much.
I do want to say something though, real before you leave, bro. I just think we need to do better. Like, I think you're a very genuine person, man. Like, I love your energy, bro. I just think like we should like find a way to communicate outside of that, keep in contact. I think we need to do better as men. You know what I mean? Because I really admire you, what you do, and how you speak. So on that part, bro, like I really think that you're an amazing person, amazing guy, somebody I can actually talk to. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you got to have that men-to-men talk. You know what I'm saying? To be able to go through these things in life, bro. But you're gifted, man. You know what I mean? You're God gift, man. And I appreciate you so much, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, I'm gonna give you my number, man.
Yeah, give it to me, bro. Give it to me, bro.
Yeah. Call me, man.
Yeah, no, we need that brohood, man. No, serious, real talk though, man, because sometimes it's good for, you know, for men to talk. Like I talked to Masterpiece some weeks ago, man. I broke down crying, bro, because, you know, I can actually have that conversation. You know, when men, we hold so much in, you know what I mean? But when it's time to talk, we talk for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. We both cried. You know, we was holding so much in and going through so much. And when I get on this live, I put on this mask, man. When we say it's okay, it's not really. You know what I mean? But like when I can let it out, because a woman don't understand from a man's point of view, right? Mm-hmm. But they only can understand what they've been through. And not taking nothing away from a woman, because a woman is nurtures, they're gonna be there. But I need that men, you know, conversation. You know what I'm saying? I need that. And I just think we should be on that level, bro.
100%.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
100% agree.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Hey, Michelle.
What's good? Listen, I just jumped in. I wanted to chime in on the conversation y'all were having in connection to submission or trusting and independence. You know, a lot of times